everyone, welcome to the channel for a new battle report. This is another game of the tournament Legends of the 9th Age, where I was paired against Alfredini, who is playing Dread Elf. I was happy to play against him again because we played together at ETC, very cool game. This is my list. Identified in this game, my King Eater threatening his backline should be interesting in this matchup, as well as obviously the Frost Mammoth, not only for the freezing aura, but also for the capability to do impact, stomp, and all these attacks that could do ton of damage on an infantry-based army list, which is the case for my opponent. This is his list. So basically, we have a mix between 5 scoring units that are very good infantry. So we have the spears together with the altar, and then 2 units of Judicator, 2 units of Obsidian Guard. Then he has a Mist Leviathan and plenty of unit that he can throw in the middle of the map. The Corsair that are really strong at the moment. I think the Corsair together with the Black Cloak are maybe some of the key assets of the book at the moment. They are very hard to manage. You see the price very cheap. They can shoot. They strike good. They have some the debuff of discipline. The Black Cloak, I mean, amazing. Strength 4 plus 1 to wound. Distracting on the charge, weapon skill 6. So yeah, those 2 units are very hard for me to manage, especially in this matchup, and are very good. You can just send them in the table to open the game, and then basically his game plan should be send those units and then try to get me with his elite infantry, because as you can see, all the elite infantry have agility 6. So basically they strike at the same time. If I charge with my unit under freezing aura, and if he charges, then he goes before me, and it just does a ton of damage. He has also 2 characters that are quite good in combat. We have Dead Prince with 7 attack, strength 4 plus 1 to wound, so really nice, and also a Silent Assassin, which is really good in combat, and a Master Evocation. So really a nice Dread Elf list with plenty of unit on the table. We played Divide and Conquer on Refuse Flank, so another time that I play Refuse Flank here. We play against MSU Dread Elf. I talked about the list. I think the primary is quite open here. Yeah, basically it's all about the way I can get my path to victory. The hard thing to do here for the Ogre Khan is to deal with all these layers of resources. Because basically he will send me the Corsair, shoot me, I charge, he shoot again, he strike, do some wounds, dies, and I'm likely to get tired of those successive combat before I engage against his elite infantry. That being said, plus the fact that I need to get the charge, so it's hard to get the charge when the opponent has superior amount of chaff, and you saw the amount of green unit that he had in his lead has plenty of chaff. So not so easy, but I think the matchup overall, the primary is open to the one able to get his path to victory, to get his game plan properly. For secondary objective, I recall my opponent had settled the score and needed to kill both my Merc-Vets, 1 unit of my Merc-Vets and the Yetis, and I had to kill 1 of the unit of Judicator. Pass to victory, I talked about mine, so charge and chaff, find the right setup, and for him just use the high amount of high agility resources to get the charges. I think that's the key. If he gets the charges and get the 1-1 combat when he's charging, he will win those combats no matter what. Starting seems interesting. I think I wanted to put him under pressure to get a chance to get the King Eater, to outnumber him in some area of the field where it will be hard for him to control. And also for the map control for the primary. I want to get into the map and try to engage. And I know that it will be an open, volatile matchup. Should be interesting. But I will need to take risk. I mean, there is no way I can win this one by just staying in the back. I will likely be chaffed and charged. So I need to find good setups to take some risk early on. To establish, to get rid of some unit, to establish to not be outnumbered anymore by his chaff and his ability to control the charges and the map. So I think that's key. And overall, I felt the matchup is complicated for me. Too many complicated units to manage. All the Corsairs, the Black Cloak, and then the elite infantry. I need to play the perfect game to win this one, to be honest. So overall, I felt the matchup is negative for me because he's striking too hard, too quickly. and he has also the range damage advantage. So he's better in combat, better in range damage. So yeah, it's obviously hard for the Ogre card here, but we will see. So we go over deployment. My opponent won the roll, and to my surprise he picked the defender. All good, so I was happy to drop for first turn. I went with the following setup. I place reinforced mammoth on each third of the map, we could say, to cover everything with the freezing aura. I use all my merc vets and tribesmen in the middle. I use the train, so I was happy to be into the field quickly to get soft cover with some units. So I have here the Ginget merc vets, here are the Stoker Standard merc vets, and here we have some tribesmen. All the way in the back is my bunker to cover the 18 for the Black Cloak. Yeah, I think it's 18 or 12. No, I think it's 12. But basically I just block for him. He couldn't be within 12, outside of 12 of any of those units and place his full footprint. So that's what I did. And on top left I had the Yetis here being here, and together with 6 tribesmen and 6 tribesmen here. The fact that he cut the map that way place an impassable on both parts of the map, and basically it's kind of hard to use. I cannot really... I think the way he cut the map forced me to play in the middle. It doesn't allow me to outnumber him on one side of the map. Here, for example, my big triangle, I couldn't put too many forces because I would be stuck behind the impassable. So I have a very balanced deployment with a lot of forces in the middle, and I think that's the type of game that he likes to play here. As expected, he deployed the Black Cloak in the flanks using the board edge to minimize my charge here. And he vanguarded here with his Obsidian Guard. Then here you have some Corsairs, the big unit of Judicator, Miss Leviathan, the Cavalry, a big unit of Spears together with the Mage and the Dread Prince. Some more Corsair here, I think, yeah, the Cloak, some more Corsair, and I think this one were Obsidian Guard and here Judicator. Yeah, exactly, with the skull, here the 2 units of Judicator. So that's the way deployed. Let's go to my turn 1. Yeah, I push a bit up the map. I redeploy my Yetis that were stuck and I didn't want them to get shot. I just place myself in a layer in a way that he cannot escape my line of sight. And if he goes somewhere here, I wanted to have the double charge possible for me. I push a bit up the field with my first mammoth. I get every infantry unit here in the middle into soft cover, which was important. And I'm able to push forward my bunker. On the right, I just reposition a little bit my tribesmen just out of the charge range and within range of the first mammoth. The problem that I have here on this type of deployment, when we play really wide on the diagonal on both flanks, my magic struggles to have an impact so far away from the center, and that's here an issue that I'm going to have. Anyway, my magic phase, I failed the totemic summon. I get double clouded sight on his mage, and one of them will be obviously go through, so that's the strength of this combo. His turn 1, he starts to push and chaff me, so he uses the fast carve just out of the angle of the first mammoth, sorry. He uses the Corsair to chaff both my first mammoth, the Merc Vets as well, all good. And then he push a bit up the field, Judicator, he push a little bit the Corsair. Here as well he push forward and he minimize me in a way that he would have 2 model in base contact and I have only 1, which is interesting. And then he push behind with Obsidian Guard to be ready to get me afterwards. The Leviathan move to the side here, and on top he prepares some setup, so he get the Corsair in range to shoot my tribesmen, and he gets those guys ready in case I would charge. He could counter charge me and get me. He starts to push towards the middle with multiple strong unit to get at my first mammoth. In magic phase he get Touch of the Reaper, does 2 wounds at my first mammoth. I dispel Soul Blight shooting. He did 5 wounds here to my tribesman, which is very good start. So I already crippled and it's already going to be hard to engage on this top flank. And I think with the other one here, he shot at my first mammoth and did some wounds, or maybe nothing, I don't recall. Let's go to my turn. So yeah, I need to get rid of the chaff. I know that to establish some parity in the numbers, I need to get rid of the chaff in a good way and then reset and zone him and get in a way to get my charges. So I need to get rid of those chaff. I cannot leave those guys. I have multiple charge that I can take. I could take these guys, but I would be really close to him and I have no way to chaff. So this charge I cannot take. Second option is to send the tribesman in and then to flee, which is the one that I'm going to take. And for the one in the middle, I took with the Mergvet, thinking I can position myself to create a flee pass. Then I'm going to rally on Disciplined, and there is no stand and shoot, I'm going first. So I'm going to destroy them, suffer no wounds. Then I redeploy myself, I rally, and I reposition for a charge later. On top, I have also 2 charges I can take. I have the Yetis on 5 Swift Stride, and the Tribesman. I was able to get my first T here within 12, which I like a lot. So I'm going to be able to strike first, to get some good combat result, and then, yeah, I have multiple options. If you start to we will see what I get. I can also try to, I think I had a way to then afterwards, yeah, get second wave and cover that with the Frosty was an option. So I had multiple ways to look at that depending what I get in the charges. So I'm going to send all those charges. I'm going to make it with the Tribesman. Yeah, sorry, I forgot that my plan was to use 2 Kineater at least to chaff the counter charge, which allow also those Tribesmen to charge. So that was the plan, sorry. So I had 1 Kineater coming here, 1 Kineater coming here with the 3 rollable, and the other one didn't come up the field, unfortunately. So I get what I needed, which is to chaff the counter charge. I get the charge, and then I can just redeploy myself. So that should be nice. I would have liked to get the Yetis, but I didn't make it on 5 Swift Stride, which is obviously dicey. And here I push with my bunker in a way that he gets no charge here, but I can easily flee with the Mergvet from the charge from the Judicator or the big unit. I just need the 4 to jump over my bunker and then rally into safety. If he charge into the Frosty here, it's a risky fight for him because he doesn't get many models, only 5. And if he doesn't make it, then I can kill him in return. So I think that's a risky fight for him. And here I'm getting just a flee pass. If he charges me, he gets no other charge to redirect, and I can just flee behind and try to rally on 8. So we will see how that goes. Here I go into this combat with 2 ranks, a charge and a banner. So that's quite nice, a +4. He gets high quality attack, but doesn't get his distracting, so he should break. And after that, yeah, I can just easily see him break and see where he goes. He could go over my Kineater, potentially generating some more DTs and end up all the way here. That would be obviously the perfect case. Okay, my magic phase. I get Rod of Battle into, I think, my Frost Mammoth. And I also got Hereditary into the Frost Mammoth. I think, yeah, Rod of Battle, I think on this unit here down, I would say. And Hereditary, obviously on this guy, I wanted -1 to wound against the Judicator to make it a bit safer for me. Shooting, I killed 2 Judicators, I think between the BSB and also the Frost Mammoth. Close combat, so the cavalry, I killed them and I just pivot ready to flee. Those guys, I kill some, he flees. I cannot pursue because if he charged me, he would easily get an overrun after that. So I cannot really catch him, but I let him flee and I reposition myself, which is fine. On top, I'm able, despite me only having 3 models, I do some good damage. He also, like you see, stand and shoot, he did like 2 wounds, so I go first. Thanks to the first Mammoth, so I'm able to do 12 attack, plus 3 impact, plus some stomps, and I break him and he would flee off the board. So that's a nice job done from those guys. I didn't expect that to win. And the guys in the middle, I just killed them. I think all of them, or yeah, I think all of them before even strike, and I just reform myself ready to flee. So until now, quite happy about the situation because I got rid of the Corsair up top, got rid of the Corsair in the middle, got rid of the cavalry, so that's 3 chaff, and make those guys flee. They didn't jump over the Kineater, unfortunately, which would have been perfect, and I didn't kill that much due to the restricted amount of attack, but still, I'm managing okay. Let's move to Eastern 2. So he's going to charge with the Judicator here, automatic flee over my unit. I end up here, and he charged my Mergvet. I roll a double 1, and that's the worst situation you can get into the version 3.0 of the 9th Age, because he's able to get me with another unit. So he redirect the charge with the Judicator, I think on the 8, makes it, he can charge my first Mammoth and send another unit to catch my fleeing Mergvet. So yeah, needed a 4. Yeah, it's unlikely to fail. Could have make it better. Maybe I could have make it a 3 by leaving him a charge on a 6 against my BSB bunker. but still that wouldn't been enough because I rolled double one. So yeah, it's game over already for me because, like I said before, I needed a perfect game, everything to go well. Yeah, a bit frustrating for me because if I would have made the flea, he could have charged here obviously, and then I can rally in the back and we can see what happened because I already got rid of a high amount of units, and as you can see it's still open in the flanks. So I would have been really curious to see what happens after that, but yeah, it's looking really bad. And since I didn't anticipate that to happen in the middle, which is my mistake because as you will see, he will just be out of arc with the overrun if he makes it. He has an overrun on a 6 to make, and if he makes it, it's just out of arc of my Merc, which is very frustrating because I think that's one thing I could have looked at. Yeah, I didn't do it because I didn't expect it to happen, but I should have at least do that. I'm not sure my counter charge in the flank is enough to break those guys because there is a Dread Prince, there is an Assassin, there is plenty of static. I'm not sure it's enough, but at least I would have had the option and buff myself and try to get that. So it's looking really, really bad for me, but we will see what I can do. We have then Magic Phase. He has 2 times -1 resilience, so he will get one of them into my Frost Mammoth to deny my advantage from Hereditary. And then we go into combat. So as you can see here, double charge my Keen Eater here with Obsidian Guard and Mist. Here charge me as well with Black Cloak into the Keen Eater. And the rest I explained already. Okay, close combat. So this one, South, to my surprise, he will not break my Keen Eater. He will roll not that good. I do some ward save and I roll good in return. And I'm able to stick on like 1 wound left. So okay, nice. I did like 2 wounds and I lose by 1. So I lose another wound, but I'm still here, which is not that bad. So I have some counter charge option, which is really nice. Then in the middle, he will kill my Merc Vets, obviously, it's automatic, and he make the overrun on 6, so that was my last hope. If he wouldn't have made the overrun, I could have tried to figure out something, but still, I mean, that's a key unit into my deployment zone, it's not looking good. The Frost Mammoth combat, so I just need him to not kill me with 10 attacks. He has 5 guys in base contact. And he did 4 wounds, so I have a chance, because as you can see, there isn't that many model. He has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 guys. And I have D6 Stomp on 2+, and 10 attacks on 4+, 2+. So I still have a chance to kill him, but I'm going to kill 6, so he's still alive. So it was really down to the Stomp, and I didn't roll that good. So that was not good, and I think he killed that Keen Eater, and he's looking that way, looking to the left. So yeah, I would have hoped that the Frost Mammoth could have break the Judicator. That could have been nice, but didn't happen. So we are stuck, and he's going to strike before me next turn and kill me most likely. That's the wound from his Obsidian Guard. So as you can see, it's not that likely that he kills me. It's only 11% chance that he kills me in this turn. Okay, my turn. I double charge into the Black Cloak because I'm going to be first thanks to the Yeti Aura combined with the Frost Mammoth Aura, and I was thinking there is a world where I kill him, I overrun into the Obsidian Guard, and my Frost Mammoth doesn't die to the 3 remaining Judicator, and I can still strike before him next turn and crush him. But that's I concede. It's a small chance, but I have to try it. He is into the overrun. I don't have any counter charge, so I'm basically trapped. Here I charge with my Merc Vets. His Judicator, he fled, so I didn't need to charge with the Frost Mammoth. And I charge into the Cloak. I have no overrun, but basically my idea is he's going to charge me, but there isn't much Obsidian Guard alive, only the Mist. And I'm thinking if the Mist kill my Trispan, then I charge him with the Frosty, and I win that right flank. So yeah, let's see. I mean, if the Frost survive, I kill all the top. That's fleeing. There is still a chance that I'm winning right flank, winning left flank, and I can try to push somehow in the middle, and I can still win that game. There is still a chance. It's a small chance, but that could still happen. So we will see. And the Magic Phase, yeah, my ambush didn't come up the field, which I wasn't too happy about, because I would have liked it to try to help me. I think I have multiple options, but the better would have been probably to ambush here on the top, to think no matter what happened I can get maybe a back charge next turn. So I would have liked really hit to come on the field. Magic Face, I'm going to get a totem. I think I'm going to put it that way because I want it to help me on the right. Not sure it's the best one, maybe on top would have been better. But yeah, we're thinking, depending what happened, maybe it's better to have it down to really secure the down part of the map. Hereditary got Dispel on 4 dice against 5, obviously on my first Mammoth. And the close combat, what happens? I killed the Frosty. Obviously I did the one on top first, but I rolled really bad, so I'm not breaking him. I did like 1 wound and 1 from the stomp, so it was really, yeah, 2 wounds. You see the average, I should kill 6 model on average, and I kill only 2, so that was very disappointing. I didn't break him. He killed my Yetis, get his secondary, and my tribesmen just reform in the middle and are going to get stuck. So yeah, really bad. Those guys just kill those guys and reform. And here I just crash my main unit. I'm decimated. The BSB flee alone. And I don't recall what he did. I think the BSB flee alone. He tried maybe to pursue. Yeah, I think that's what's happened. His turn. He charged me alone with the prince, needed a 5 to catch my BSB, and he makes it, so he catch my BSB. Okay, this game is really going from bad to worse. Those guys, yeah, they are worth the secondary and going to score and hide. Here I'm stuck against too many models of Black Cloak, they're going to kill me. He redeployed the Corsair. Those guys are not going to rally for a turn, they continue to flee. And here, yeah, I double charge, also release the assassin and double charge into my tribesmen. But I'm ready with the totemic and the frosty to get those guys. Magic Face, I get Touch of the Reaper, 1 wound into my first Mammoth. I dispel Soul Blight. On top, he break my tribesmen, obviously, no problem. On the bottom, I finish the Obsidian Guard, which is nice. But he breaks, I think, my tribesmen. Oh no, I think I stick with the tribesmen, we will see that in a moment. I stick on a low roll, I think, if I recall correctly, and that's more or less what happened. On his turn, yeah, my turn, then I'm able to charge the same turn, so that's even better for me because I can save the tribesman. So I charge with the Keen Eater in the back, the Frosty in the front. I move away here to leave him a charge on the 6. I have to leave him that, trying to escape, and my last Keen Eater enter the field. I'm trying to trap the Judicator, but it's going to be hard. Those guys continue to flee, yeah, they can rally next turn, and that's about it. Magic Face, I get Rod of Battle, I think on my big unit, or maybe into the combat, I think on the Frosty. And I also got maybe a Totemic. On the right, I kill everything. And that's about it on his turn. 4, he attempted the charge on a 6, but he failed that one. Luckily for me, yeah, the Totemic entered here, trying to trap the Corsair, but wasn't so nice. Could have tried to put it, I don't know if I had a better spot to put it, maybe somewhere here to try to block him would have been better. If I'm trying to trap the Judicator, not try to go at everything at once. Maybe that would have been better, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I reform on the south, as you can see, just the rest just push a bit towards me. But we are going towards the end of the game slowly. Touch of the Reaper did 2 wounds to my first Mammoth on 4 dice against 4, but then I was able to dispel the Soul Blight in exchange, I think. So he did some wounds, and yeah, I think that's about it. My turn 5, yeah, I'm trying to escape, he has no charge, I can get nothing crazy. He dispel Hereditary. I try to get some spell. I allow him to get a charge on my back. I made some calculation and that should be nice. So I get try to get Hereditary, and then I put Wild Spike on this unit. So in case he charge me, I still get the grind and my restricted attack in the back. That should be enough to get rid of this unit. That's what he did. His turn he charged, but he's going to bounce and break immediately. To his chance, I kill everybody. Because if I wouldn't, I could have pursued that way and then try to get a charge into those guys. And there is no Prince, so I could have get the unit and a lot of points. So that would have been a huge risk for him. But luckily for him, I made a perfect strike and I kill all the models. So there is no break, no pursue, nothing. So that's the end. And then my 6, I just reform, and that's the end. He's going to get half point for my Frosty. And that's the end picture. And I lose it heavily, obviously. I lose the primary, I lose the secondary. Losing on points, and that makes a 3-17. Okay, post-game analysis. Yeah, I played a bit on the edge in the middle early on. I knew I needed to take the risk. Could I have created a better setup? Maybe. I mean, there is always better possibilities when you fail that kind of move. Yeah, it was frustrating because it was costing me too much, so maybe it's not acceptable trade-off. I didn't really knew how to better solve the situation with another decision, so that's the one I took with the Mervets. But that ended up being very, very costly, and obviously removing his chaff or those small units was always going to be an issue for my army. So yeah, I'm wondering, did I do the right choice on turn 2? It wasn't so easy to consider what was the best choice to make, considering the fact that I cannot allow him to charge me, and with such a gap into the chaff, it's hard to get the charges. Obviously, it's really hard. Anyway, turn 3, yeah, I attempted then to try some play to win the flanks, but nothing too crazy happens. I wasn't too successful in my attempts. The south went pretty well. There I was a bit more lucky than expected, and north went worse than expected. I think we can sum up that way. So, I mean, it's all what you can expect from combat. Can go better, can go worse. So nothing crazy here. And obviously, yeah, it created a lot of problems for me. So I don't know if I didn't feel that it was right to just move back, because that would have been always going to be more problems. I was happy to not suffer that many wounds from the shooting, stand and shoot, from the first unit of Corsair that I can get rid of. So I was happy about that. But definitely I didn't manage to solve it in a good way. I didn't have available chaff in the middle. I mean, maybe that's also a mistake to put the Trick Eater in ambush for the flank. Maybe one of them should have been on the table. I don't know. I was happy about what I could do with the Keen Eater on the flanks, but at the same time I missed a chaff in the middle of the map. And maybe one of them put on the table would have helped me to chaff those spear guy at the key moment in the game. So yeah, I had some issue here definitely. Anyway, thanks to my opponent for the game, it was really nice. And talk to you soon on the channel for another battle report. Goodbye and take care.